It doesn't matter where you are coming from. All that matters is where you are going. Clarity is essential. Knowing exactly what you want builds your self-confidence immeasurably. Define your goals in terms of the activities necessary to achieve them, and concentrate on those activities. We feel good about ourselves to the exact degree we feel in control of our lives. Every act of self-discipline increases your confidence, trust, and belief in yourself and your abilities. Always give without remembering and always receive without forgetting. Peak performance begins with your taking complete responsibility for your life and everything that happens to you. There are no limits on what you can achieve with your life, except the limits you accept in your mind. The biggest mistake you could ever make is to think you work for anyone but yourself. The future belongs to the risk takers, not the comfort seekers. Practice the philosophy of continuous improvement. Get a little bit better every single day. You cannot increase the quality or quantity of your achievement or performance except to the degree in which you increase your ability to use your time effectively. Start with a picture of your goal as already achieved in the future, and work back to the present. Imagine the steps that you would have taken to get from where you are now to where you want to be. Our mind is the most valuable possession that we have. The quality of our lives is, and will be, a reflection of how well we develop, train, and utilize this precious gift. The act of taking the first step is what separates the winners from the losers. Everything you do to improve your physical well-being will have a positive impact on how good you feel about yourself. We cannot get what we've never had unless we're willing to do what we've never done. Your ability to discipline yourself to set clear goals, and then to work toward them every day, will do more to guarantee your success than any other single factor. You become what you think about most of the time. You can never rise higher than your expectations of yourself. Expect the best. Overlearning and over-preparing gives you the winning edge in any area. If you think a certain thought long enough and hard enough, it becomes a fixed belief and you will find yourself behaving on the outside in a manner consistent with it. Move fast. A sense of urgency is the one thing you can develop that will separate you from everyone else. When you get a good idea, do it now. The clearer you are about what you want, the more motivated and determined you will be to accomplish it. The natural tendency of all human behavior is toward the path of least resistance. When you resist this tendency, you become stronger and more powerful. Many of the most successful men and women in the world never graduated from college. They attended the school of life instead. Perhaps the very best question that you can memorize and repeat over and over is, what is the most valuable use of my time right now? Small improvements in the way you use your time can translate into major differences in your life. Successful people are always looking for opportunities to help others. Unsuccessful people are always asking, what's in it for me? One of the marks of successful people is they are action-oriented. One of the marks of average people is they are talk-oriented. Leaders think and talk about the solutions. Followers think and talk about the problems. Luck is predictable. The harder you work, the luckier you get. The more you discipline yourself to use your time well, the happier you will feel and the better will be the quality of your life in every area. If what you are doing is not moving you towards your goals, then it's moving you away from your goals. There is an interesting point about the price of success. It must always be paid in full and in advance. Everyone wants to be successful. Everyone wants to be healthy, happy, thin, and rich. But most people are not willing to pay the price. Stop talking about the problem and start thinking about the solution. When you absolutely believe in yourself and your ability to succeed, nothing will stop you. Commit yourself to lifelong learning. The most valuable asset you'll ever have is your mind and what you put into it. Your choice of people to associate with, both personally and business-wise, is one of the most important choices you make. If you associate with turkeys, you will never fly with the eagles. Develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks for everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. Spend 80% of your time focusing on the opportunities of tomorrow rather than the problems of yesterday. Your beliefs about yourself and your world create your expectations. Your expectations determine your attitude. Your attitude determines your behavior and the way you relate to other people. And the way you behave toward and relate to other people determines how they relate to and behave toward you.